Carteret-Craven Electric Cooperative, there is a team of dedicated employees who are committed to powering your everyday. In fact, Carteret-Craven Electric Cooperative has a reliability rating greater than 99.9%, ensuring that your power is always there when you need it. This is more than just our job. It's our purpose. We're always in the background and here when you need us, day or night, rain or shine. This isn't just our service territory, this is our community. We're Carteret-Craven Electric Cooperative, and we're proud to power your lives.
Welcome to the 84th annual meeting of Carteret-Craven Electric Cooperative. I am your board president for 30 more days. Give me a hand. Bless you all's heart. It's great to see you all here tonight. Beautiful crowd, beautiful crowd. This evening we're here to celebrate you, the co-op members. And the co-op, give yourself a hand. And the cooperative's role in the communities that we serve. You saw it on the video. Tonight, we will learn the results of the director election, report on the current state of the co-op, share some of the successes of the past year, and learn more about the exciting things on the horizon as we work to power the lives of the co-op's more than 42,000 members. Senators, they're giving me more hand claps than probably what the politician would get. I mean, hey, I'm not running for, I'm running from, okay? Before we begin tonight's program, please stand for the invocation. By Glad Tidings Children's Pastor Elizabeth Willis. And please remain standing after the prayer to honor our country with the presentation of colors, pledge, and national anthem. I love you. That's my great niece.
That's my uncle.
Give her a hand. That's my great niece. I told her I wasn't going to say anything, but I had to.
All right. If you'll please bow your heads and pray with me. Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to gather together. I pray for everyone here that you will bless them and their families. Guide those in leadership and management with your wisdom, insight, and guidance. Protect every employee and keep them safe as they work. Thank you for the opportunity to serve and care for our community. In all things, we give you praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Willis. At this time, the West Carteret High School Navy Junior Reserve officers are presenting the colors for us. Also, I would like to call on Troy Fanogo. Okay, we got it. And Chase Fanogo. That must be your brother. And I'm delighted to present both of you to come to the stage. These two gentlemen serve in Troop 272, and they're going to be leading us into the Pledge of Allegiance. And please follow by the singing, by the national anthem, by the outgoing East Carteret High School Mariners singers.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you to the talented students from East Carteret High School and Broad Creek Middle School for the excellent entertainment tonight. Thank you. Thank you, West Carteret Navy Junior Reserve Training Officers Corps, Junior Navy ROTC, for the presentation of the colors. Thank you to the scouting troops participating in tonight's program. Let's give them all a big round of applause. By the way, I am comfortable in a Pentecostal holiness church because I am Pentecostal. Amen, amen. But I would like to introduce the people on the stage with me tonight. And I'm not going to cry. I promise myself that. Tonight, and on my left, our CEO and General Manager, Mr. Jake Joplin, Board Attorney, Mr. Jamie Norman, and Treasurer, Mr. Jim Smith. Give them a hand. Okay. Jim serves the cooperative members in Craven County, which includes Havelock, Highway 101, Temples Point, Adams Creek Road, and Lake Road. Seated to my right is Board Secretary Dr. Amy Locke, who represents District 5, which includes the town of Emerald Isle. Give her a hand. And next is Mr. Alvin West, Vice President from District 9. This is a board seat held by a minority cooperative member representing the entire cooperative service area. Give him a hand. And the next group that I'm going to introduce is a very elite group. because all of them are past presidents. And I will be joining that elite group in 30 days. That's when you're elite. Oh, I'm just kidding. Okay, director and past president, D. Irby from District 1, which it remains standing, and this includes all of Cape Carteret, Cedar Point, along Highway 58, north to Maysville, in Jones County, and part of Onslow County. Next, Mr. Ben Ball is not here, but you can see his picture up on the wall. He's the Assistant Secretary and past president, and he serves District 2, which includes members living west of Highway 70, including co-op service areas along Hibbs Road, Roberts Road, and 9-Foot Road, and along Highway 24 from Dutch Creek Mobile Home Park west to eastern limits of Cape Carteret. Give him a hand. He's not here, but give him a hand. Next, Director and past President Fred Fulcher from District 4 represents the western end of Bogue Banks, including Pinehole Shores, Soldier Path, and Indian Beach up to Emerald Isle. Remain standing, please. Director and past President, Mr. Doug Fulcher from District 6, which covers the cooperative service area east and north of Highway 70 in Carteret County and west of the Intercoastal Waterway. Mr. Doug Fulcher. Next, Assistant Treasurer and past President, Mr. Tom Starn from District 8. He's an at-large district representative from all of the cooperative service area. Give them all a hand clap. And I represent District 7, which is the best district of you all. No, I'm just kidding. I'm in church. District 7 is a complete number in the Bible, so I had to say something. Hey. I represent District 7, which includes all cooperative service areas east of the Intercoastal Waterway and better known as down east Carteret County. You may be seated. Again, I want to say welcome and thank you for being here tonight to take part in the governance of your cooperative. I would now like to recognize some other people in the audience tonight. What happened? The lights went out? Please hold your applause until the introductions are complete. Seated up front are Polly Johns. Please stand as I call your name. She's the chair of the nominating committee. And Karen Willis, she is the chair of the credentials and election committee. Also here tonight are members of the Carteret-Craven Electric Foundation. Serving on the foundation board this year are your fellow co-op members, Abby Young, Cindy Myers, Jack Dunaway, Bob Peoples, Sue Hammond, Ryan Taylor, Edna Kearney, Max Zane Carter, and Suzanne Guthrie. We thank you all for serving on the foundation board and for the diligence you exercise in approving grant requests that make such a huge difference in our communities. Give these people a large round of applause. You may be seated. Now, why we're making you applause so much is to keep you awake, okay? And we're doing a pretty good job of that. Not that you need to stay awake for the keynote speaker tonight, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. The foundation has distributed almost $4 million to organizations and programs that help to make our community a better place. Programs like Hope Mission, Backpack Friends, Salvation Army, the Co-op Scholarship Program, and the Youth Tour, and so many more. One of those programs supported by the foundation is the Bright Ideas Education Grant. Since the Bright Ideas Education Grant program began 30 years ago, the co-op has awarded nearly $616,000 in grants to educators for 814 projects benefiting more than 186,800 students in Carteret County and Havelock schools. Wow! Give them a hand. Let's meet multi-year Bright Ideas Education Grant winner Marcia Sirkin and learn how the Bright Ideas Education Grant program makes a difference in her classroom.
I'm Marcia Sirkin, and I'm an instructional technology facilitator at White Oak Elementary School. I have the best job in the world. In my classroom, we are creating digital citizens who can be really productive in our global community. And thanks to Bright Ideas, I was able to acquire lots of books and literature for children about digital citizenship. Adults these days did not grow up with those skills, so I'm really happy to be able to help provide that for our community. So we work on coding and graphic design, and then we go into coding and robots in design. And then we have lots of challenges, whether it's building Aquabots who rescue Legos or creating virtual reality or augmented reality situations. We have the best time. It's a safe space for kids to learn new things and try again until they get it right. I really believe that it takes a village to raise a child, and I'm really thankful for Carteret County Electric Co-op because they have really supported me over the years. As a technology teacher, a lot of the tools that I need to teach children to be global citizens are expensive and are hard to be covered with our state and local budgets. So being able to have innovative ideas, share them with the community, and get funded has really been helpful. It's so important for children to learn these skills because every job that is in the unknown future is going to require these skills and their problem-solving skills. It's technology class, but what I'm really teaching them how to do is how to think for themselves, how to problem solve, how to work together, how to make mistakes and know that it's going to be okay and try to fix it. So all of these things are going to be used in the future workforce that we have no idea what it's going to look like. When I was their age, I didn't have a smartphone. We didn't even have cell phones, and now we hold a camera, a computer, an internet device, everything in our pockets, and we wear them too. So I'm really excited for what their future is going to look like, and I want them to feel ready and prepared for it. My classroom is one of the funnest classrooms in the school. They're able to do really hard things and work through it, and they love every bit of it, and that is because of Bright Ideas. My class would not be a fraction of what it is without the funding from our community, and we're so thankful for that.
Good things are happening. Local educators are doing amazing things for our students. It's wonderful to see these grants in action. And now I'm going to tell you how you can participate in helping out with these grants. Funding for the programs are supported by the foundation, is made possible by our members through your participation in Operation Roundup. I ask all of you here tonight, please consider being part of our Operation Roundup program if you aren't already. Take a look at your bill, and if it does not end in zeros, give the co-op a call to enroll in Operation Roundup. The small change that you make, you contribute to by rounding up your bill each month truly can make a difference in the lives of your friends and your neighbors. Now I'd like to recognize several other special guests here tonight. We have a government official, and we have some Senator, you just came from Raleigh, and the other person just came from Raleigh. Is that the Holy City? You don't think so? No, okay, I didn't think so. But we have with us tonight Mr. Joe Brannon, Executive Vice President and Chief Executive Office at North Carolina Electric Membership Corporation, and we're excited to hear from you a little later. And we have Chris Van Lokeren. Did I get it? Thank you, Melissa. She put the notes in here. CIO and Business Information and Technology at North Carolina Electric Membership Corporation. John Hellman, Director of Marketing and Technical Services at Tar Heel Electric Membership Corporation. And Paul Mott, where's he at? He's still at the booth selling something. Manager of Government Affairs, North Carolina Electric Membership Corporation. And we're glad to have each one of you here tonight. Give them a big round of applause. Anybody come from Raleigh down here to the Crystal Coast? Now, it's hard for us to leave Carteret County to go to the Holy City. But it's not hard for them to leave the Holy City to come down here to the Crystal Coast. Hey, this is where things are happening. State Senator Norman Sanderson, who is in his seventh term, representing the interests of Carteret, Chowan, Dare, Hyde, Pamlico, Pasquotank, Perquimans, and Washington counties, was able to clear his schedule to speak to you tonight. He will give us a brief update on activities in Raleigh. Please welcome your state and our state senator, Mr. Norman Sanderson. Senator.
Thank you for that introduction, and the honor guard was fantastic. The choir was fantastic. It's nice and cool in here. It's kind of, the lights are low, the seats are soft, and I know you've had a good meal. So I know how easy it would be for me just to fade right off somewhere. Thank you for staying. There was a lot of your fellow members that came and ate and then went home. So thank you for staying this afternoon. You know, a 99.99% liability rate, is that what you said? Reliability. I think we have a 99.99% liability rate in Raleigh sometimes. And I don't know how high it is in our nation's capital, but it's not real high percentage right now. But anyway, we started the General Assembly Wednesday. Our primary goal for this short session, and we hope it is a short session, will be to adjust our budget. We started on that several weeks ago, so we're well ahead on working on the budget, and that's our top priority for any short session, because we write a 2-year budget in our long session, which was last year, and we estimate what our revenue is going to be, because unlike some governmental operations, in North Carolina we can only spend exactly what we take in and no more. We can't borrow money as our federal government does, which is a good thing. And if there's one thing that I think would really help clear up the government in our nation's capital, it would be that also, that they can't borrow money to spend. They can't borrow from the next generation to spend in this generation. They can only spend what they take in. But that's for another time. You know, usually when I come up here, I talk about what an extraordinary operation that you have. And I talk about your leadership. I talk about the men and women that work out in the field who provide you with your electrical service. But tonight I want to talk about you, because you're the nuts and bolts of what makes this organization work. Yeah, you've got great leadership. You've got great past presidents. You've got great folks from other areas of the state. And I think I've got 4 or 5 electric co-ops in my district. I'm personally on Tideland Co-op over in Pamlico County. And sometimes we get together with all of them, and they're all extraordinary people. They really are. They work hard, and they have your best interests at heart with every decision they make. But without you, it would just be a good idea. You are what makes this organization work. You had the vision, you and leaders years and years and years ago, that in order to get the electrical power that you needed to live the kind of lives that you want to live, you were going to have to take the bull by the horns and do it yourself, because the big power companies didn't see that it was necessary or advantageous to come way down east or way out into some of the other areas that are served by our electric co-ops. I don't know. I've seen a lot of different organizations, but I don't know of one that works any better than this one, with a member-owned operation, a member-owned corporation. You do a great job. And so you deserve the credit for all of us being here tonight. You deserve the credit for sticking with this co-op. You deserve the credit for doing what you do to help the community. You deserve the credit for all of those things. And so I think all of the ideas that have come through this, all of the help, whether it's in education or in other areas in our communities, because you make your communities a tremendously better place to live. And yes, you're right. It's so much easier to come from Raleigh towards the east than it is to leave Raleigh on a Monday morning and go west. But that's where we have to go to make our decisions. But there's just one thing I can tell you. On Thursday afternoon, when I get in my car and start this way, there's a whole lot of people from Wake County following behind me, because they want to get down here just as quick as they can. We live in God's country, and because of what the men and women behind me and all of the many others that work and make sure that you do have a 99.99% reliability rating with your electric power, we are able to live wonderful lives here in God's country, out in the urban area or the rural areas. I don't know how people live full-time in the big cities. It's not for me. I grew up on a farm, and that's where I would like to spend whenever the Lord turns me loose and tells me that I've done my service and He'll let me stay home, then I'm going to be right down here with the rest of you. So God bless you, and thank you for coming tonight, and give yourselves another big round of applause.
Thank you, Senator. We appreciate you taking the time to join us this evening. In the program you receive when you register tonight, you will see the 2023 financial statement. I want to highlight a few points. In 2023, the cooperative had revenues of more than $72 million and provided energy to more than 45,800 accounts. We connected 622 new services and maintained 1,198 miles of overhead power lines, 1,268 miles of underground lines, and 63 miles of transmission lines. Underground line increased by 15 miles in 2023. If you look at last year's expenses, you will see that the majority of the costs are for electricity. We buy to power. I'm looking at our keynote speaker. We buy power from him, the people he represents. Your homes and businesses. We work hard to control costs. We really do. got a CEO and a financial person. They're tough on us, but they keep us going in the right direction. And we work hard to provide the best possible service every day. One of the 73 cooperative employees working to keep the lights on each day is line technician David Seabolt. Let's take a minute to meet David and see what a day in the life of a line technician at Carteret-Craven Electric Cooperative looks like.
My name is David Seabolt, and I'm a line technician apprentice at Carteret-Craven Electric Cooperative. I began working at CCEC in March of 2021, but before beginning my career at the cooperative, I served my country in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. Now, as a line technician apprentice, I can serve my community and be home most nights with my family. I wanted to become a lineman after serving on a Marine Corps response team that helped to clear the way for line crews to restore power after Hurricane Florence. Our team spent weeks helping to remove debris from the roadways and right-of-way so that the line crews could get where they needed to work to restore the power. There's a sense of accomplishment knowing that I had a hand in helping to restore some normalcy to a community. Now, I get to have that same feeling every single day. Working as a lineman every day is different. Every day presents new challenges. One day we could be replacing a pole or repairing a safeguard light. The next day we may be responding to outages caused by a storm. Regardless of the job, the ultimate goal is always the same: to bring power to our members in the safest way possible. There's a lot of satisfaction in hearing someone yell "thank you" from the window after the lights come back on, or seeing people flipping the light switches on their porches after an outage is restored. No matter how tired I am or how long I've been working, that feeling always makes it worth it. It takes about 6 years of training to become qualified to work on every piece of equipment and voltage on our cooperative system. I'm currently in year 4 of my training. After I complete my apprenticeship with more than 7,000 hours of training, I'll transition to journeyman lineman status. That's when we're considered officially trained in our field. But the education is ongoing. Line workers continuously receive training to stay mindful of safety requirements and up to date on the latest equipment and procedures. It's a lot of hard work, but it's well worth it. Being part of a line crew is like having a second family. There are some weeks that we spend more time together than we do with our own families. In this work, you have to depend on the person beside you in life or death circumstances. It's a culture of trust, teamwork, and service. It's all about keeping the teammate beside you safe and the lights on for everybody else. The way cooperative members use power is changing, technology is changing, but my commitment to you as a lineman will never change. My name is David, and I'm very proud to be a lineman for Carteret-Craven Electric Cooperative, and you can count on me to be there for you.
Thank you, David, and all of the co-op employees for your commitment to your position at the cooperative and the community that you serve. Give them a big hand. As a member owner of the cooperative, you are entitled to a share of the excess margins based on the amount of electricity you use in a given year. These margins are allocated to each member's account in what we call capital credits. Last year, we were able to return more than $3,630,000 in margins to current and former members of the co-op. Isn't it great to be part of a cooperative? Now I call on Secretary Locke to report on the matter of a quorum and to present the minutes of the last year's meeting for your approval.
President Nelson, there are 503 members registered, which constitutes a quorum for conducting this meeting. The minutes of the 2023 annual meeting were mailed to members in the May edition of the Member News. I would like to offer a motion that the minutes be accepted as written.
We have a motion that the minutes of the 2023 annual meeting be approved as written. Do I hear a second? Second. We have a second. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say no. Now, last year it was a little boy in this body hollered out, no! He's going to be a great leader one of these days. The motion carries. Okay, Secretary Lott will now read the notice of the annual meeting. To attest? I need to go past that. Okay, thank you. Okay. Everything is mailed out. Okay. I now call on the Credentials Chair, Karen Willis. Credentials and Election Committee to come forward for the proposed purpose of declaring the registration closed. We did that on purpose.
Is it on? The registration for the 2024 annual meeting of the membership is hereby closed.
Okay. At this time, I would like to welcome Mr. Joe Brannon, Executive Vice President and Chief Executive Officer of North Carolina Electric Membership Corporation, to the stage. Joe has nearly 3 decades of experience in the utility industry and is focused on meeting consumer expectations, driving innovation, and implementing new technologies that are good for electric cooperatives and cooperatives members. Give Mr. Branham a big hand of applause as he comes. Love you, man. Appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. I do appreciate the opportunity to come before you, and as always, when I have this opportunity, I'm always humbled. And I think you heard some of the comments before me that really speak to the cooperative mission, which really starts with you, the folks in this room, which really make co-ops different than any other utility and any other business in the country, and also, you should know, in the world. It's my pleasure to be here and to work with some great folks, many of which are in this room, and a lot of which are throughout the state, and they're really cooperative members and employees. We're very blessed to have a representative, Senator Sanderson, with us to really give us a perspective of what's happening within our state. Most importantly, for you to recognize how much he thinks of the co-op and how important co-ops are in our daily lives. One of the things that I wanted to do tonight is really take you through a story of a journey of not only us as electric co-ops, as how we got to this point, but where we're going from here. And in order to do that, I need to step back a little bit in history and really set the groundwork for what we're going to talk about. And as you see behind me, this is the 84th annual meeting. In the state of North Carolina, about 90 years ago, the first co-op was formed. The electric co-op was formed by members like you that went around the communities and asked for a pledge from each of the members to create a co-op. When they created this co-op, the employees of the co-ops then installed the poles, strung the wires, and established electricity. This electricity reached rural parts of this state for the first time in history, and it really changed people's lives. Most importantly, it bonded a community. And I'm going to speak to the community because that becomes the most important focus for cooperatives. Since that time, we've grown and adapted to meet many challenges of the members and the communities. Today, the commitment is no different. And I think you heard that from one of our previous speakers. Marcia, as a teacher, talking about new technologies. And then as you heard from a lineman technician, the commitment is still strong. but we do find ourselves at a remarkable time in history. The advances in technology, they're transforming the landscape for utilities, not only in this country, but worldwide. What we see across this state and across the country is the need for power is growing. Businesses and manufacturing are thriving. We have new and efficient technologies, like many that you're familiar with or getting familiar with: electric vehicles, renewable energy, battery storage, even home devices that some of you may have come across in your journey down to dinner tonight, the thermostats, the different types of thermostats that are there to help you manage your energy use at home. These are all good things, prompting significant changes in how we use and where we use electricity. But despite these big changes and concerns they could prompt, one thing that's certain is our commitment in working ahead of these realities to provide you with reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy. Because we know we need reliable electricity to ensure our lights stay on when we need them. We need affordable electricity to ensure that everyone can continue to afford the electricity needed to power our lives. We need sustainable electricity to ensure access to reliable and affordable electricity now and into the future. And from prioritizing these three needs, combined with our service, member-first approach as a not-for-profit, is how our collective Brighter Future vision was formed, and it is how we are powering and empowering our members and communities across the state. If you think about the Brighter Future, I'd like you to envision this as a long-term roadmap for North Carolina's electric cooperatives. It was developed collectively among and between the 26 electric cooperatives in the state so that we can continue to meet the evolving needs of all our members, folks just like yourself. It lays out a thoughtful path for how we will work every day on these three important priorities that I've touched on previously and will continue to reference: reliable, affordable, and sustainable electricity that supports the communities we serve. First, we are developing new programs and partnerships to manage these resources more efficiently. These include coordination both within the electric cooperative network and with other utilities. We are evaluating and investing in technology, both behind the meter, which would be in your homes, as well as in front of the meters, situations and technology that you would see as you drive around the Carteret-Craven system. This is done to better align the energy demand and supply, increasing efficiency and the resilience of the electric grid, which is truly the backbone of our industry. An example of this collaboration, your cooperative and the statewide worked together on an energy storage system that was constructed and implemented at one of your substations. This battery storage system is used to manage the peak energy demand on the local grid and provide greater resilience and member savings. Additionally, you may have been familiar with the Connect to Save, which is a booth that was outside. And this Connect to Save program is an opportunity for those that wish to be involved with a Wi-Fi type thermostat to help manage your energy use, in particular during peak times. It provides you savings and it helps us manage the grid more efficiently. These are just two examples which are part of a larger network of electric cooperative innovative projects that provide benefits to the members as well as providing more stability and resilience to the electric grid. Second, North Carolina electric co-ops are adding resources, again at scale, to prioritize reliability and affordability. We are implementing new innovative technologies like solar coupled with battery storage, microgrids, energy storages, as I mentioned, at substations to help us better balance and manage local energy needs in the communities and across the state. And how we have evolved to coordinate these technologies for the benefit of the electric co-ops is through a new grid operation in order to coordinate and align the activities to provide the efficient and the reliable service that you've come to expect. But we also know that you do expect power that is not only reliable, but also affordable. That's why, with our Brighter Future vision, we will continue to lean on our strong foundation of existing generation assets, like our affordable clean energy, nuclear energy, and natural gas. But we also have to recognize, as was mentioned before, you are a growing co-op. The power needs are growing, and we are evaluating the future use of dispatchable natural gas generation that will help us meet these growing needs and balance the resources that are connected to the grid. This allows us to manage the reliability, but at a pace and cost that you can afford. As we've done since the early days of rural electrification almost 90 years ago, we continue to step up to meet the evolving needs of our members and the state. Whether that means welcoming new loads in homes, new businesses on farms, or supporting economic development that can energize rural communities. But just like we've led the innovation to provide electricity that is reliable, affordable, and sustainable, we do the same to support our local communities, and we're uniquely positioned to do so. At the heart of every North Carolina electric co-op is our communities. Because we are led by the members, folks like yourself, and belong to the communities we serve, we understand the local needs. And we are focused on enriching the lives of the members. Because we are your neighbors, we have deep concern for community and strive to make a difference that's both seen and felt. We will continue to invest in education grants and programs similar to what was discussed earlier, the Bright Ideas program, which does provide a tremendous benefit to the local schools. And as you probably noticed, the technology teacher was using technologies that was not around when I was a kid. It wasn't around when I was a young adult, and it just became available in the last several years. So the 30 years I spent in this industry, to see little kids with robots is just amazing. There's also other efforts aimed at improving our daily lives and members as we strengthen communities. And I think you recognize that in the comments that were made earlier about Operation Roundup and the good use of those funds for the community. These are efforts combined with the Brighter Future commitment that will enhance the lives in our communities for generations to come. Now, I know I've talked a good bit, and I've used words that I keep repeating, like reliability, affordability, and some new terms, maybe microgrids. But if there's one takeaway I would ask you to leave with, it's all of the 26 North Carolina electric co-ops are driven by the belief that together we can achieve more than we can ever achieve by ourselves. We have weathered storms, overcome challenges, and we embraced innovation to ensure that every home, every business, every farm, every school, and every family of North Carolina, regardless of where they reside, has access to reliable and affordable electricity. We'll continue to do this because even though we are facing an evolving and challenging energy landscape, our mission has not changed, and we will not change. We exist to serve you, our members, our communities, and we are honored to do so. With that, I will say thank you again for allowing me to share this time with you and to partake in your meeting, which is a critical function of electric co-ops, not only in this state, but across the nation. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Branham. We appreciate you taking the time to come join us this evening. Anybody come from Raleigh deserves another round of applause. Let's do it. I'm now going to call on our CEO and General Manager, Mr. Jake Joplin. Give him a hand as he comes.
Well, thank you, President Nelson, and good evening. Well, it's an honor tonight because I have the part of the meeting that is really fun. We're going to be recognizing exceptional students tonight, students that are leaders in their communities and in their schools, and we're going to kick that off tonight with $4,000 college scholarships to 5 exceptional students, and these scholarships were made possible through Operation Roundup, which you've heard a lot about tonight. Operation Roundup, through y'all, the membership, is able to get these students, help them with higher education. And helping me present the awards tonight will be Cindy Myers, who is president of the Carteret-Craven Electric Foundation Board, and Leanne Jones, which is our billing manager, and also liaison to the foundation board. So if you would please come forward. And students, if you would come forward as I call your name. Our first recipient tonight is Stephen White. Stephen attends Gramercy Christian School in Newport, and he'll be majoring in computer science this fall. He'll be going to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Congratulations, Stephen. We wish you the best on your path forward. Our second recipient tonight is Connor Marsh. Connor is a senior at West Carteret High School. And this fall, he plans to attend ECU and become a pirate. Congratulations, Connor. Our third recipient tonight is Malia Hill from Havelock High School. Malia plans to major in education this fall and will be going to NC State University. Best of luck, Malia. And then our fourth recipient tonight is from East Carteret High School, as Miss Sarah Salter. Sarah will also be attending NC State University in the fall. She'll be focused on animal science. Go Wolfpack. Congratulations, Sarah. And our final scholarship tonight is to Drew Strickland from Croatan High School. Drew will be attending the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where he will be majoring in psychology. Congratulations, Drew. We're so very proud of these students, their families, and their schools, and we wish all of you the best of luck as you continue on to college. Now, each summer, Carteret-Craven joins with other cooperatives across the nation and sending over 1,800 students to the youth tour in Washington, D.C. And in June, these students will converge on Washington, D.C. for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to learn about American history, meet the members of Congress, discuss critical issues that affect North Carolina, and also explore the electric cooperative business model. Now this year, CCEC, Carteret-Craven, has selected 2 stellar students to represent the cooperative at this year's National Rural Electric Youth Tour. Please come forward as I call your names. Our first youth tour representative is Catherine Mackey. Catherine is an 11th grader at Croatan High School, and she is a member of the Croatan Chorus, also a honor roll student, and an assistant coach in upward basketball. Congratulations, Catherine. Our second youth tour representative is Cadence Castellano. Cadence is a 10th grader at Gramercy Christian School in Newport, a member of the National Beta Club. She's on the varsity volleyball. She's a varsity volleyball player and is working on achieving the rank of Eagle Scout. Congratulations, Cadence. We hope that you both have an exciting and wonderful time in Washington, D.C. Now, the co-op will begin taking applications for next year's youth tour starting in August. Each year, CCEC awards full scholarships to local students to attend summer collegiate basketball camps. CCEC selects one young man to attend the North Carolina Chapel Hill Basketball School and one young lady to attend the Wolfpack Women's Basketball Camp in Raleigh. We would now like to recognize the winner of this year's Touchstone Energy Collegiate Scholarship or Sport Camp Scholarships. Presenting the awards this year, helping to present the awards, will be Melissa Glenn, our Communications Director. Selected to attend this year's NC State Wolfpack Women Basketball Camp is Malaya Alvarez. Malaya is a 6th grader at Broad Creek Middle School, where she has been on the principal list and part of the AIG program. She is a member of the Girl Scouts. She enjoys soccer, swimming, lacrosse, and of course, basketball. Congratulations, Malaya. Now, selected to attend the UNC basketball boys camp at Chapel Hill is Hayes Coates. Hayes is a 5th grade student at Bogue Sound Elementary, where he's been on the principal's list and honor roll for the past 2 years. In addition to basketball, Hayes plays football and soccer. Congratulations, Hayes. Now, we have one more scholarship to present tonight, and this one's near and dear to us because it's our first time we presented this scholarship. And this is the Daniel Gooch Memorial UNC Basketball Scholarship. Daniel Gooch was a cooperative employee that passed away suddenly, unexpectedly in October of last year. He was our co-op's warehouse and facility specialist. He served as an integral part of the warehouse team, and a lot of his duties was making sure that the line crews had their essential materials and equipment that they needed on a daily basis to make sure that the lights stayed on for the membership. Daniel, when not working in the warehouse, Daniel was also helping our facilities, keeping our facilities up, keeping them well maintained. But the great thing about Daniel, and we called him Gooch, that was his nickname, is that he was larger than life, and he could bring humor to any situation. He had a great spirit and one-of-a-kind personality. And his physical presence could only be dwarfed by his amazing spirit and his love of everything UNC basketball. So, like Daniel, the recipient of the scholarship tonight exemplifies kindness, respect, perseverance, and a love for basketball. The recipient of the Daniel Gooch UNC Memorial basketball scholarship is Anthony Collins. Now, unfortunately, Anthony wasn't feeling well tonight and couldn't be with us here tonight, but we do think he's going to have a great time at camp, and we wish him the best. But he is a 6th grade honor roll student at Morehead City Middle School. And in addition to basketball, he enjoys playing football and tennis. He has received the Kindness Award and a Star Student Award. So congratulations, Anthony. We're very proud of these student athletes. We hope that they have a great time at camp. And to register for the camps next year, that'll start in January. And information about the scholarships and camps will be in our upcoming issues of Carolina Country. Now, as a not-for-profit electric cooperative, our top priority has always been to provide safe, reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy to you, the membership. But as a cooperative, another critical mission of ours is to benefit the community, benefit our members' daily lives, and uplift our community's long-term interest. With that mission in mind, I'd like to talk to you about a rate adjustment that went into effect in April. Over the past 5 years, we've all felt the impact of rising grocery prices, fluctuating gas prices, and supply chain disruptions, and the cooperative has been no exception. The impacts of inflation have been significant, evident by the escalating prices of materials that are crucial for constructing and maintaining our power lines. As you can see on the slide, the essential components, common power pole, and the essential components of the power pole have seen dramatic price increases over the last 5 years, with overhead wire and the cross arms being over 100% increase. In fact, the overall expense of providing power has increased over 5% in the last 5 years for the cooperative, and that's been largely driven by inflationary pressures. These cost escalations have presented challenges to the co-op, and you couple that with long lead times for materials. These daunting lead times have caused us to alter our engineering and construction processes, and also to reevaluate and revamp our material, our inventory strategies and our material strategies. While the cooperative, we've worked with technology, and we've leveraged technology such as our AMI smart metering system, which allows us to pinpoint and dispatch to outages. We've utilized that technology to become more efficient operationally, and then also to mitigate a large portion of those cost increase. But we've gotten to a juncture where it's important that we have a cost adjustment, a rate adjustment, to be able to sustain and continue the ongoing financial strength of the cooperative. Now, residential members saw an adjustment in their facilities charge on April the 1st. That facilities charge is a fixed cost of providing electricity to the membership, the cost of poles, wires, transformers, meters. The average residential member going forward will see an increase of $3.20 a month on that fixed cost, on that facilities charge, which is a little over $38 for the year. Now, this is the first rate adjustment for the cooperative in the last 12 years. And fortunately, with the adjustment, the cost of power, the rates that we charge our residential members are still below the average electricity cost, average cost in eastern North Carolina. So we wanted to continue to provide you, our members, with tools to be able to save electricity, monitor your electricity usage, and update your CCEC account as easy as possible. And I'd like to take a few moments to highlight several of our member programs that allow us to do just that. In 2020, the cooperative launched our Connect to Save program. Connect to Save gives members access to discounted smart thermostats such as Nest, Ecobee, and Honeywell. And we're able to launch in this program with the help of our other cooperatives across the state, as Joe mentioned, through our partnership with our statewide organization, and also the other cooperatives in the state made this possible. But members participating in Connect to Save allow the cooperative to make small adjustments to their smart thermostats. These adjustments are 1 to 2 to 3 degrees over a 1 to 3 hour period. This action multiplied across the cooperative network, which is now up to 2,300 homes, has saved the entire cooperative over $190,000 and made our grid more efficient. Reducing this peak demand is good for our cooperative grid, it's good for our grid, good for our cooperative, and good for your wallet. I hope that you will consider participating in Connect to Save, and I hope that you got a chance to stop by the booth and learn a little bit more about the program. Now, our PowerPay 24 account management system allows you to view and pay your bill, monitor your electricity usage, change your billing preferences, and update your account information. You can also choose billing reminders, either text or email, or even both. PowerPay 24 can be accessed from your computer through our website, or it's available as an app you can download on your smart devices. Now, we recognize that it's not a one-size-fits-all model for your electric bill each month. The cooperative offers many ways to pay your electric bill, and for the sake of time, I'm only going to talk about a few, because I know we're all ready to get to the prizes. Our pay-by-phone automated payment line offers members an easy way to access account information and quickly make secure payments. Dial the number anytime to be guided through the quick and easy, secure process. Now, wouldn't it be nice to know how much your power bill is going to be each month? The cooperative's equalizer billing program takes your monthly electric bill and totals that over a year and then divides that into 12 equal monthly payments. You can have the peace of mind knowing what your electric bill will be each month. Now, auto pay is another payment option that saves you time and a stamp. Members who enroll in auto pay have their payments drafted automatically on the due date. By combining auto pay with the equalizer billing program, your bill is always the same and paid on time each month. Now, all of our programs were created with you in mind, our membership, and we are always looking for ways to serve you better. Thank you, members.
Thank you, Jake. Now we will continue with our other business on the agenda. Our attorney, Mr. Jamie Norman, is now made acting chair.
Thank you, President Nelson. As temporary chair, I will now preside over the director's election. Secretary Locke will first read the notice of the annual meeting and attest to the mailing of that notice, unless there is a motion to dispense with the meeting. Do I hear a motion to dispense with the reading? Yes. Any seconds? Yeah, I hear several. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. This year we are electing 3 directors. Directors are elected to staggered terms to help ensure continuity from one year to the next. A director's term is 3 years long to help ensure that the qualified individuals can be nominated in 2 ways. First, the nominating committee can nominate individuals. Second, the co-op's members at large can nominate someone with a petition. The nominating committee is appointed by the Board of Directors and is made up of 2 people from each district whose primary residences are in that particular co-op district being elected this year. Polly Johns is this year's committee chair and is recognized now so she can present the committee's report and submit the committee's nominations to the members. There you go.
The nominating committee met on February 13th. Appointed to serve with me were Richard Scott, Robert Cox, Cindy Myers, David Peel, and Zach Brewer. I will now read the nominees for director. District 1, Deloria Irby. District 3, Jim Schmidt. And for District 4, Fred Fulcher.
Thank you, Polly. Now that the nominating committee has completed its report, we turn to the election of directors and the work of the Credentials and Elections Committee. The Co-op's Credentials and Elections Committee is responsible for the registration of voting members, determining if a quorum is present, and overseeing the election. Also, when the election is contested, the Credentials and Elections Committee members get to count the votes and rule on any election procedure complaints. The members appointed to serve on the committee this year were Timothy Black, Clark Edwards, Sheila Moore, Karen Willis, David Bryant, Jeremy Gainey, Bob Peoples, Richard Buslovich, Ron Howard, Amy Rivera, Charles DeLong, Pam Mazzell, and Luther Tootle. According to the co-op's bylaws, when the number of nominees does not exceed the number of directors to be elected, the directors will be elected when the co-op's secretary casts 1 ballot for each nominee. This year, there were no contested board seats. Therefore, I now recognize Board Secretary Amy Locke to cast ballots for the nominees.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, as Secretary of the Cooperative Board, I cast 1 vote for each of the uncontested candidates, Delora Irby, Jim Schmidt, and Fred Fulcher.
Thank you, Secretary. Without objection, I'm sure there's not one, and the election appearing to have complied with the co-op bylaws, I declare that the ballots have been properly cast. Delora Irby, Jim Schmidt, and Fred Fulcher have been duly elected as directors of the co-op. The director terms will begin at the next meeting of the co-op's Board of Directors. These election results are referred to the Credentials and Elections Committee for final certification. The election is now concluded, and I relinquish the chair to President Nelson.
I don't know whether you're clapping for me or for him. I don't know. This concludes the business portion of tonight's program. I knew you were clapping for me. Thank you for coming tonight, and we hope to see you at next year's meeting. So let's adjourn so we can get to the prizes. Do I hear a motion that I'm a moving before I finish? Do I hear a second? All in favor say aye. Aye. Yo, come on now. And ayes have it. I would now like to introduce Lynn Salter, the co-op's plant accountant, who will draw the winner in the Relay for Life 50/50 raffle. Lynn has worked at Carteret-Craven Electric Co-op for 28 years, and she will be retiring. Give her a hand. Retirement is not bad. Retirement good. Congratulations. Enjoy your retirement. guess you want me to read the number. You ready to give me the money? Come on, man. Get one. Where's it going? How much? $765. Somebody's going to win that in just a little bit. Come on, Lynn. Make it sweet, baby. My number. No, I'm just kidding. The winning ticket, 5380535. I got it. No, nobody got it. Where? Right there. Give it. Stand up. Give him a hand. He wasn't split it with me, so I lose out again. Jake?
Before we continue on to the prize drawings, I'd like to do one final thing, and I'd like to recognize the cooperative employees that are here tonight that work day in and day out. They do the hard work and put this program on tonight. If you would stand to be recognized. These are the people that go out and brave the storm and make it all happen. We certainly appreciate it. So now we will get to the prize drawings. So I'd like to call up Mark Mintz, the son of our billing specialist, Sarah Mintz, if he would come forward and help draw some prize tickets for us. So first we're going to draw the grand prizes. The first being 6 months of free electricity. So if you go ahead and pull that number for us, Mark, we're going to put that on an envelope. We're going to put that in an envelope, and we're going to keep that safe until the end of the meeting. All right, next Mark's going to draw for us the truck, the co-op pickup truck. And we're going to go ahead and put that inside the envelope too. We'll make sure we call that one out last. So now let's draw some cash prizes. And each person whose name or number is drawn will get $75. Thank you, Mark. We've got number 0282. They're in the back. And we've got cooperative employees that are going to be delivering those cash prizes tonight. All right, next ticket number is 0096. Is there an 0096 in the house? Can't see. Oh, right up front. Congratulations. Next winner is 0512. 0512. Oh, 0512. All right. Next number is 0269. All right. Congratulations. Thank you. Next number is 0506. All right, congratulations, ma'am. Thank you. Next prize is 0222. Congratulations. 0504. 0504 in the back. All right, thank you, Mark. 0583. 0583. Oh, in the corner. Congratulations. Next number is 0710. 0710. All right, they're in the back. Congratulations. Next number is 0702. Up top. All right, we got a long trip, Cheryl. Yeah. Congratulations. Next number is 0286. 0286. Oh, yeah, up top. Ethan's got a long trip also. All right, we've got number 5, 0005. It's been one of the first ones to come in the door. Right there in the middle. Oh, 0567. Oh, up top. Congrats. Yes, sir. 0568. All right. Oh, 0246. 0246. Anybody got it? 0246? All right, next number is 0572. 572. All right. I love that excitement. 0240. All right. Right in the middle. Congratulations. We got it. 3. 0502. That's the date. 0502. Congratulations. We've got 2 more. 0615. 0615. Is that in the middle? Oh, yeah. Congratulations, sir. Last one. 0614. 0614. All right, in the back, on the back row. Congratulations. Thank you, Mark. All right, for all of you that stopped by the Connect to Save booth, we're giving away a Yeti cooler. So the tickets are inside the Yeti cooler. (862-1067). All right, congratulations. That is a nice cooler. Where's that? We've also have our friends at Carolina Country have provided a $100 Visa gift card. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw for that right now. Need one more number. Number 0306. 0306. Congratulations. All right, now for what you have all been waiting for, the last two grand prizes. The winner of the electricity and the truck. So, Lynn, if you'll do the honors, please. Oh. Okay, we're doing the free electricity first. 6 months, free electricity. We've got 0632. 0632. All right, congratulations. No electric bill. Oh, yes, if you would, the winners of the grand prizes, if you would, please come forward so that we can get your information, verify. And the winner of the retired co-op pickup, 0706. 0706. All right. Congratulations. All right. Thank you again for coming tonight. There are Moorhead Police that are helping to direct traffic. God bless and have a great evening.
Good job, man.